Hey everybody, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. Today I'm going to show you how I've made this letter C gift box. Merry Christmas, perfect for this time of year, but also you can personalise this, so if you know someone and their name starts with the letter C, then this could be a nice little gift that you could pop in a gift bag or add it, as I'm going to be doing, into a hamper. There's lots of, ways that you can use these. If you're new to the channel, I do have a playlist here of where I am so far with the alphabet letters. They are in order, and eventually, as soon as I do one, they will go into that playlist. So yeah, bear with me. I will get there. I will get it all done. But as I always say in the videos, I'm making these as I need them because I just don't want a ton of alphabet gift boxes covering my craft space. Really straightforward to make. You don't need any specialty dies with these ones. You've got a little space here to open it on the side, and you can fill that with small gifts, but I tend to just fill it with sweets, chocolates, all sorts. And yeah, you can keep it as it is and sit it under the tree. I might secure this better once the stuff's in it. I always find that closure works better, but I do say through the video I may end up putting a hook and loop just on the back of this, popping it on the side, and then just putting some more of the pattern paper over there, and you can see how that will close. But yeah, just slides in like so. So let's get started. So if you've watched any of my other alphabet gift boxes, you know that first of all you need to make your template. So you want to cut yourself, I've got it in kind of 3 stages here. You want to cut yourself a piece of 5x6, okay? And I'm just going to talk you through these measurements here. So along the 5-inch side, you want to mark at 1.5 and 3.5, and then again 1.5 and 3.5 along the bottom, and join up those lines. Then pop it along the 6-inch side, and you're going to mark at 1 inch, 1.5, 2.25, 3 3/4, 4.5 and 5. The same measurements again along the bottom, and then join up all of those lines. Okay. You then want to go around each corner, and you'll see I've popped a pencil mark from the top of this 3.5 across to the top of, well, this one's the 5-inch one, but you just want to go across each corner. So you'll see you've got your rectangle shape. Just put a pencil line. Okay. I've then got this one here to just show you what you need to snip away to create your C shape. And then you can see, once I've cut that all away, how it looks. So I'm going to keep this here. I'm going to take a photo of this and pop it on my blog. But I just thought by showing you the 3 stages there, you can see how it all looks. And then this is the one that I will then end up keeping. And then I just need to draw around that and pop it over the cardstock. So that's, I'm going to do one with you now. I've got this piece of 5x6 in the red. I've already cut my other one. So once you've got your template, like I said, you've got it then forever. So just sit it on the size card that you need. And then I'm just going to use a pencil and just draw around it. If you cut the right size cardstock, you've only got to cut the corners and then this middle bit, and then just snip it away. Okay, so do that twice. Then you want all of your side pieces here. So we'll start off with this one here. So all of them are 3 inches wide, and this one is by 10, so 3 by 10. And this is going to start here. Okay, so I've popped left side and then the bottom right. It's kind of, well, it's the bottom really, but it's towards the right. Okay. So along the 10-inch side, you're going to score at 4 inches, 5 3/4, 7 3/4, and 9.5. And then along the 3-inch side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch and 2.5. Okay. So this one is going to take us down the side and along the bottom up to this part here. Okay, so then I've got this piece. Now I haven't cut into this because I just want to show you. I've already done some of them. I just thought I'd show you on this one here. So this one is 3 by 11. Along the 3-inch side, you're scoring again at 1/2 and 2.5. And then along the 11-inch side, you're scoring at 1 1/4, 2 3/4, 3.5, 5.5, 8.5, and 10.5. Okay, fold and burnish. That's how you'll do all of the other pieces. So you want the 1/2 inch tab on your right hand side. You're then going to cut up all of these lines here just to the first score line. Okay, and then just take a little wedge off of each side so you're forming a tab. You want to do that on all of them. And then on the end here, you want to remove that square completely. And then again, take a little tab off of there. And again, around to that side. You can also just cut across like that. So you cut a little triangle out. So it saves you cutting up. But I just break everything down and then you can kind of choose which way you prefer. So this piece will connect to this one. So it'll bring you up, across, down in here, along here, up, and then around, and it's finishing here. And it's got a tab on the end to connect to the next piece, which is this one. So I've got this here as the top, center, and top. So it's just all this top portion of the letter. So this one again is 3, and this is by 9.5. Along the 3-inch side, you're scoring again at 1/2 and 2.5. And then along the 9.5 side, you're scoring at 3/4 of an inch, 2 1/4, 3 1/2, 5 1/4, 7 1/4, and 9. Okay, fold and burnish just the same way and cut so you've got all of your tabs there. And then just so you can see, so this one will join in here. It's going to come around, up, around, around, and then we're going to finish with this piece down here, and that's going to be our closure, and this is going to be the lid. So actually at the end of that one, so you'll have this 3/4 inch piece here. This one, just put lid. I'm going to start with the left side, which has got that big section there. Okay, and I'm going to take my quick grab glue, which is what I use for all of this, and run it all down the side there, and then pop it along the side here, and it will sit perfectly. This is 4 inches. Just fold that over, make sure that's nice and secure. Okay, and then I'm going to add my glue to the next tab. And if you just pull it out, it's easy to get these tabs under. These letters are really easy to make. Lots and lots of people have been making the ones that I've shared so far. If you've got any bits, so this is kind of a little bit overhang there, you can trim all that off later. So don't worry too much at the moment. And when you've stuck each one down, you can pull it out to add the glue. And then you can just bring it under and then attach the next one. This is the base here, so make sure this is all, you know, nice and straight. You can see there it's not wonky or anything. And then take that back out, add my glue, and then run that one under. And it should join up nicely to the next part. And just make sure you push it all down there as well, like so. So I know that's the lid, so that's the last one to stick down. So then this one, you want to take the end that doesn't have the tab. This end here has got my 1/2 inch tab. This one's going to attach to this one here. So first of all, add your glue, and then just sit that one over the top. You can join them all together first if you want, but it's quite a long piece to have to like keep moving around. I find it works fine doing it this way. So again, make sure that's secure. And now you're going to continue just as I've shown you on that first part. So add your glue, and now this one is going to go in there. You can see it all starts to wrap around really nicely. And just do each one at a time. So that's everything stuck down there, and already it's starting to stand up nicely. So you should have your tab piece here. You can see my 1/2 inch one, and that's going to attach to this end here, and that's the lid, so that's the very end. So again, just going to run my glue down there. Just stick that one. Over the top. And now I'm going to continue again, so I'm just going to fold that right back so I can access the little side tab there, and then that one's going to just stick just in there. Okay, so that's all stuck down. Make sure you leave this one up, the one that you wrote lid on, okay? Flip it over and you can fold all of these pieces in. And I like to just, where they kind of like, some of them overlap, just add a little bit of glue and just kind of tack them in place. Use some tweezers. Like so, and again. Okay, so just make sure it's all folded in, and then you're going to take your other one. This is going to be the back. I've got a hammered card, so that's okay. And that one will sit perfectly over the top. So again, you just want to add your glue. You want to do this all at the same time. So I'm just going to run my glue all the way around there. Okay, and then I'm going to start down here and just lay that down, and you'll be able to get in to some of the sides. So I'm going to have to trim a little bit, but that's fine. But you'll be able to get in here and just secure some of this, and along the top here. Just want to make sure that one needs to come up a little bit. There we go. So just move them around a little bit. You can see there now that's become nice and straight with that piece. So just give that a minute to dry. You just have to put a little bit of pressure there for a while until that's grabbed. And then with any bits overhanging, like in there I can see at the back, just snip it off. You can just quite easily just get rid of any little bits that you don't like. Okay, I think I am happy with how that looks. Now with this one here, you'll be able to pop the sides in, and then the lid should close like so. Once I've added my pattern paper and covered the front of this as well, I might add just like an extra little closure there. I might pop a hook and loop dot there or something, just so that it's going to go in a hamper. So if the hamper moves, you know, whatever's in there will quite easily fall out. So, but yeah, there it is, your letter C. So now I'm going to cut all my matte layers, and I'll get you the template for the front here. Okay, so I'm going to go for this candy cane colour, and I've taken it from my Perfect Pop-Ups paper pad. It's a couple of years old now. I've got a few sheets left across the two pads. I want to get them used up really this year. So I've cut my start on my template here. I'll do this one from the beginning with you. So 4 3/4 by 5 3/4, and exactly the same way as you made this one. You want to mark at 1 3/8 and at 3 3/8, and again along the bottom, and then join those pencil lines. And then along the 5 3/4 side, you're going to mark at 7/8, 1 1/4, 2 inches, 3 3/4, 4 1/2, and 4 7/8. Do the same along the bottom, and again join those lines up, or join the markers up, sorry. And then you're just going to again mark across each corner here. Okay, I'm then going to cut nice and neatly across the corners here. Okay, and then I'll just mark away the inside here. So you're going to cut all of this away, all of this away, this bit here, and then this section here. Okay, so again, I'm going to go in, cut up these two first. I'll just go past there actually, like so. And then I can just come in here and cut up this one and this one. If you've got a trimmer as well, you can pop it in your trimmer and cut around it. I think I actually need to cut a little bit more down this side. I think I've done it wrong. I'm just going to snip 1/4 of an inch into this part and then cut it away. And now, there we go. So I will have the correct template up on my blog, but you want to come in. So where I've got you just marking at 1 3/8 and 3 3/8, you'll actually want to add in 1 1/4, and that's where we're cut into. So everyone's might be slightly off, you know, we're cutting this all by hand, but as long as you've got a nice red frame like so, I'm happy with that. So then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to lay it down. In fact, what I'll do is cut this down first to the 4 3/4 by 5 3/4. Keep all these for the sides. And again with this one, sometimes I don't decorate the back, but I will do for this one. So now I can just sit that over there, so most of it's already been cut. And then again, and just draw around that all. And then for the piece on the back, you want to flip this over and then draw around it. Okay, so I'm going to get both of those cut out. So that's all the panels stuck down. So I'll just give you the measurements. You're going to want 4 pieces of 1 3/4 squared to cover the top, the bottom, and the inside top and bottom. You'll then want 4 pieces of 1 1/2 by 1 3/4 for the kind of the sides here, the 4 sides. You'll then want 1 piece of 2 3/4 by 1 3/4 for in here. 1 piece of 1 3/4 by 3 3/4 for the side, and then 2 pieces of 1 by 1 3/4 and 2 pieces of 1 1/4 by 1 3/4. I will write all that on my blog. I haven't done in here. If you want to, then again it's going to be 1 3/4 by 1/2 inch. You want 2 pieces, but I think that's all of them. Now with this one, it does, like I said, it does close fine, but I'm thinking it's just kind of sitting there. I'm gonna decorate it first, see what it looks like once I decorate it. But I'm thinking I might add a slightly thicker piece of card and then add a hook and loop or a nice bow. You could add some ribbon there as well. Okay, so I've stuck this down here, which I love. It's from my Festive kit that came with the Papercraft Essentials magazine. It's this one here. So I've just taken some of the little images there. And then I'm going to have some of the trees on top. That's optional. I know that's not for everyone, but I love these little trees. What I've also done is, I think what I did is I cut into this too much. You're better off with that tab that you had there, that 1/2 inch tab. Leave it straight, and then you want it to kind of lock in. And it wasn't really doing that. So what I've done is I've cut this piece of 1 by 2 and I've stuck it over this tab here. And you'll see now that it slots in much nicer. Now obviously it's going to fall in on itself because there's nothing in there. Once I fill it up with treats, then that will obviously have something to rest against. But it needs a little finger pull. And I do this on these letterboxes. So if you've watched again any of my past ones, you'll see that. But I'm just going to, it's just a 1/2 inch punch, I think. So I'm just going to sit it kind of in the middle there, about halfway down. And then it just gives you that little finger pull area. So now they can easily open that up. If I want to, I can at a later date secure it that way as well if I want, but that should be fine. Like I said, it's going to sit in a hamper, and once the treats are in there, it will hold itself better. It will slot in better as well. So I've just got my hot glue on. Like I said, just a couple. Although saying that, the trees might look quite cute actually, because there's quite a ledge on inside the letter here. So that's the finished box. Really pleased with this one. Like I said at the beginning, perfect for personalising. So anyone with a name with the letter C, or maybe you've got a business, or you know, you want to spell out a longer word. Like I said, I am getting there. Bear with me. I'm making them as I need them because I don't need a ton of the alphabet letters all around my craft room. But that one's going to look lovely. I may well do another one actually, because I do always do quite a few hampers at Christmas, and I just think they're really nice in there. So then I can find some nice treats, sweets, small bits of jewellery. Small gifts will go in there. It's entirely up to you. So as always, thank you for watching today. I will link as much of the product that I've used in the description box below. I'll have the other alphabet tutorials coming up now, but I would have shared the playlist at the beginning as well. So check those out. And if you'd like to see more letter tutorials and you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, and that way you won't miss any future videos. See you all again soon. Bye.